David R. Guttery is the president of inSOURCE Financial Advisors in Lincoln, Nebraska. David Guttery and Seth Edgell are financial advisors who represent Emeritus Investment Company, LLC, and Emeritus Advisory Services. Please stay tuned through the end of this video for additional important disclosure information.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of our Financial Insight series. Today we're covering an essential question. How can we tell if we're really on track for retirement? Joining me is Seth Edgell from inSOURCE Financial Advisors. Seth, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Retirement planning is a broad topic, but it doesn't have to be intimidating. Think of it like organizing a big road trip. You figure out where you're headed, consider how much fuel and supplies you might need, and then decide on a route that works best for you. It's about understanding where you are now and where you want to go.
So for someone who isn't sure if they're on track, how do they get started?
A good beginning is to take stock of where you stand financially. That means looking at your current savings, estimating future expenses, clarifying how many years you have until you'd like to retire. Tools like eMoney can help paint a clearer picture. It's basically a way to gather your financial details in one place, run different scenarios, and see how certain decisions might pan out. It's not a crystal ball, but it offers various what-if perspectives, such as retiring sooner or shifting your saving strategy.
Well, that sounds helpful. So eMoney can show multiple outcomes, right?
Yes, it can. You might see projections if you alter your monthly contributions or retire a few years earlier or later. Just keep in mind that these projections are based on assumptions about market returns and expenses, so they're not guarantees. They can, however, give you a framework to discuss your options and refine your plan as your situation evolves.
Got it. Once someone has that framework, how do they figure out the right investment approach?
It often depends on a mix of risk tolerance, how long you have until retirement, and your broader financial goals. Think of it like choosing the right car for your trip. If you have a long journey ahead and can handle some bumps, you might aim for growth investments. If you're closer to your destination, you might steer towards steadier options. Morningstar is one resource that can help you evaluate your holdings, look at historical data, and see how different funds have performed. But again, no past performance guarantees future results. It's just one piece of the puzzle for analyzing risk and potential returns.
So let's talk about covering expenses in retirement. How do you match those costs with your income sources?
Many people look at essential expenses, housing, utilities, healthcare, and try and align those with more predictable income streams like Social Security, pensions, or annuities. This approach may reduce stress if the market fluctuates because your core needs aren't solely tied to your investment portfolio. It's similar to making sure your rent or mortgage is covered by a steady paycheck rather than uncertain side gigs. If those vital expenses are matched with relatively stable income, you may feel more secure in meeting day-to-day needs in retirement.
What about unexpected events like a disability or the need for long-term care?
These can have a significant financial impact. Long-term care, for instance, might cost thousands each month in today's dollars. Disability insurance and long-term care insurance are two ways to manage those risks. Some people also keep extra savings specifically for healthcare uncertainties. None of these strategies can remove every risk, but they can help you be more prepared for surprises.
So it sounds like a lot of moving parts. Would you say working with a financial advisor helps tie it all together?
Many individuals find it useful to have an advisor help coordinate everything. An advisor can talk through your personal goals, look at different strategies, and show how they might perform under various assumptions. That doesn't guarantee results, but it can make the planning process more organized and adaptable to changes. If you have a longer timeline, sometimes even a modest contribution can grow meaningfully over a few decades, assuming average market conditions. But if you wait until later, you may need to invest more aggressively to reach a similar target, which also increases risk. So getting started sooner can offer more flexibility, though everyone's path is unique.
Any final points before we wrap up?
The main takeaway is that retirement planning can be approached step by step by reviewing your situation regularly, using resources like eMoney and Morningstar, and considering the possibility of unexpected life events. You can make more informed decisions. It's about establishing a plan that suits your lifestyle and goals.
Well, Seth, as always, thanks for this information. And for anyone looking to learn more about their personal situation, Seth may be reached through the means listed on the following screen. For inSOURCE Financial Advisors, I'm Brandon Dawkins.
David Guttery and Seth Edgell independently offer securities and investment advisory services through Emeritus Investment Company, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, and Emeritus Advisory Services. Information provided in today's segments is gathered from sources believed to be reliable. However, its accuracy cannot be guaranteed and should not be interpreted as tax or legal advice. Any performance stated is past performance and is not indicative of future results.